This is Michiana's breaking news and weather station. MNC. On News Talk 95.3, 101.9 FM, and 1340 AM, your MNC nation stations.
Good morning. Welcome to Tuesday. It is July the 30th, 2024. I'm John Simney in the MNC News Center, and the news getting started now with our top local stories.
They're criminals that are doing this. It is a crime to do this. But there's a human aspect that doesn't seem to be any regard for human life or safety. A couldn't care less attitude.
That's up in Police Chief Scott Ruskowski speaking out as it's now 4 victims who were shot and more than 200 rounds fired from multiple guns during a shooting spree on East Bissell Street in South Bend. Ruskowski, who issued a video statement that includes images from the scene, the police chief is pleading for anybody with information to step forward.
There are parents, there are siblings, there are friends who know people are running around here with rifles, with drum magazines, automatic weapons, and say and do nothing.
The shooting happened around 1:15 on Sunday morning in the 1300 block of Bissell. A 4th victim arrived at the hospital late on Sunday afternoon. Anyone with information is encouraged to contact Michiana Crime Stoppers. Tips about firearm-related cases that lead to an arrest may be eligible for a cash reward of up to $1,000. News at 5 o'clock, powered by Burkholder Buildings and Supply. If it could be built in an office, a farm, or anywhere else, Burkholder is the highest quality for any need. Burkholder Buildings and Supply can help. Call them today. The city of South Bend will host the next quarterly Meet the Mayor and Team South Bend event tonight from 6 until 8 o'clock at the Howard Park Event Center. Residents are invited to attend and have a one-on-one 5-minute conversation with Mayor James Mueller. City staff and staff of local organizations will also be in attendance to ask questions and share concerns. 2 people were arrested during a drug bust in Plymouth. A few details about that bust were released, but Marshall County Drug Task Force officers conducted an operation on Thursday and arrested 29-year-old Emily Buttrick of Goshen and 30-year-old Ross Priest of Wakarusa. Both were charged with dealing in methamphetamine. Both were given a $50,000 cash bond. A LaPorte man is now facing charges after he allegedly was running a full-service bar from his home.
WSBT says that bar included food, drinks, and gambling. Scott Meese is charged with the felony maintaining a common nuisance, as well as 2 misdemeanor counts of selling alcoholic beverages without a permit and unauthorized furnishing of alcoholic beverages. An undercover officer purchased alcoholic beverages multiple times at the Iron Horse Saloon, with beer priced at $2 and mixed drinks at $3. Police say people were charged $10 to enter, and IDs were checked to make sure everyone was at least 21. However, Meese told police that the Iron Horse Saloon was a not-for-profit organization and that no alcohol was sold. He could face anywhere between a 6-month and 30-month sentence on the felony charge. Alyssa Foster, MNC News.
Sports making news this morning as Indianapolis Colts owner Jim Irsay visited training camp in Westfield on Sunday. He says he's excited to see quarterback Anthony Richardson and running back Jonathan Taylor playing together.
Those guys have a chance really to be a combination. Speed is critical in this league and it's dangerous, and those guys both bring it.
His presence notable because up until Sunday, Irsay hadn't been seen in public since last December because of his health. He says he's recovering from a fall and getting better every day. This week's Delphi murders court hearings could change the future of the case.
The defense team for suspect Richard Allen and the prosecution will meet in Carroll County for 3 days to argue several issues. The prosecution does not want the defense to be allowed to bring up theories about Odinism and alternative suspects to the jury. The defense wants Richard Allen's prison statement suppressed. They also want the prosecution punished for what they claim is abuse of evidence rules and much more. Any motion could change the trajectory of the case, which is supposed to go to trial October 14th. Once again, live media coverage will not be allowed. Donnie Burgess, Network Indiana.
New this morning on MNC, a year into Michigan's hands-free driving law, a study is taking a look at the impacts on the roads.
Or rather, the lack of impacts in the form of crashes. Bridge Michigan reports the figures tell state police that there were 305 fewer distracted driving crashes in 2023 compared to the year before, a reduction of roughly 2%. There were a little more than 19,000 tickets issued for drivers using their phones behind the wheel. There were still more than 15,000 distracted driving crashes in Michigan last year. The law took effect on June 30th of 2023 and bans holding or using a cell phone to text, record video, check social media, or otherwise use the phone while you are driving. Tommy Lee, MNC News.
Indiana State Police are investigating a pursuit that ended in a single vehicle fatal crash.
The crash happened just after midnight on Sunday as the Mentone Town Marshal was patrolling State Road 25 near Princeton Street. The marshal tried to stop the driver of a Chevy Impala for speeding. However, the driver took off southbound on State Road 25. The pursuit continued southbound from Kosciuszko County into Fulton County, and shortly after crossing State Road 110, the Impala veered off of the road and struck a tree. Despite life-saving efforts, the juvenile driver died at the scene. A juvenile passenger was airlifted to the hospital with serious but non-life-threatening injuries. Derek Decker, MNC News.
MNC News time now 5:33. An Osceola man who suffered a diabetes issue and then blacked out is recovering after he crashed his vehicle on Old US 20 near Riverview Manor Drive. This happened around 9:15 yesterday morning. Elkhart County Sheriff's investigators say the 71-year-old man drove left to center and off the road until he collided with a power pole. The man suffered a cut to his forehead and a potential head injury. An 11-year-old boy is one of two people who were hurt in a crash on County Road 10 west of County Road 17. That happened around 11 o'clock on Sunday night when police say a 69-year-old Bristol man approached the intersection but then ran off the road. He rolled his car onto its roof. The driver was taken to Elkhart General Hospital. The boy who was a passenger in that car complained of pain to his hand. A man from McCordsville may face a year of probation for stealing money from people's mail.
According to the Department of Justice, Barry Gallon used his position with the U.S. Postal Service to steal cash from letters, packages, and more in 2023. Police believe he took, quote, no more than $6,500 total from the Indianapolis Processing and Distribution Center. Heather Starr, MNC News.
And it's the end of an era in Elkhart as the signs at the old Concord Mall have been taken down. That last sign removed this past weekend. Construction has been underway for several months to turn the building into a new business park. Developers have yet to provide a specific timeline for project completion, but big-time changes are expected to happen soon.
Partly sunny, humid, and warm today. We're going to see high temperatures, 85 to about 88 this afternoon, feeling a little bit warmer because of the high humidity. Slight chance of a shower possible. The best chance of showers and storms will be overnight tonight. We drop to 67. And then tomorrow, showers and thunderstorms, partly sunny, but high temperatures near 90. I'm meteorologist Carrie Peugeot.
You can get the top local news delivered to your email twice each day for free. Newsletters go out at 7 in the morning and 4:30 in the afternoon. And if you would like to sign up, all you have to do is go to 953mnc.com and click where it says on demand.
Podcasts by Federated Media.